Wow, this is truly tragic. And then it makes you wonder who failed the student. Was it the teachers? Was it the student's parents? Was it the school system, legislation? And I think there isn't a right answer that fits all. Because even though Johnny cannot read a paragraph, on the other hand, we have Sally right across on the other side of the classroom, and she is doing just fine. She knows how to read properly, she can formulate an answer to the question, and she's already gearing up for college. Also, Sally went to the same elementary school, middle school, and high school as Johnny. So, what happened to Johnny? How did he fall behind? I think another component to this is equity. There are some students that just require more reading intervention than others. Could it be that technology has stopped him from becoming a proficient reader? Could it be that technology is a distraction for Johnny, while on the other hand, it is helping Sally excel? That's a possibility. But I do need to point out, during the COVID era, during the first year when school shut down, I wasn't a teacher at the time. However, though, I was hired as a private tutor on Wyzant, and there was an influx of students. And I remember working with many students from all across the spectrum. I had advanced students, for example. There was one student that was in fourth grade, and he was brilliant, wickedly brilliant. And I remember that I would share high school texts with him, and he would read them and answer the questions proficiently. On the other hand, I worked with a student, and he was a recent high school graduate, but he struggled to read. And he wasn't in college, but he wanted to. He had hopes and dreams. So I did the best I could. I helped him get his license. And then it makes you wonder, where's the disparity? On one hand, I have a fourth grader that is way beyond his level. On the other hand, I have a recent high school graduate that struggles to simply read a simple paragraph. And like I said, it could be equity. It could be that instead of pointing fingers, perhaps technology could be a distraction for some, while a valuable resource for others. Also, a common denominator. All of these students came from loving homes and they had loving parents. I had great communication with all of my students' parents, with all of the students that I was tutoring. They all came from good homes, and they also had the funds to pay for tutoring. So, while Johnny over here needs the extra intervention, Sally over here is already excelling. So instead of pointing fingers, let's find solutions. Because like I said, most parents want to see their children succeed. So even though, some students require more equity than others, we have to understand that at the end of the day, instead of pointing fingers, instead of blaming people, let's get to the core of the problem and let's find solutions so that the next generation of students can be better off. Until the next one.